Hey guys, and welcome to Ardent Sports, and today we're doing an update on the unofficial competition and week 4 of my NFL season predictions. Now, some of you may be thinking, what competition are you talking about? Me, your boy Hobo, Johnny Talk Sports, and Z Diamond are all in an unofficial competition, no prize, no nothing, just to see who does the best on the football picks. We've done this every year, Z Diamond, Hobo, and I, for the last couple of years. I incorporated Johnny Talk Sports into it this year, just for the hell of it. So, your boy Hobo is in last place at 22 and 26. Z Diamond is in third at 24 and 24. Johnny Talk Sports is in second at 25 and 23. And I am in first at 30 and 18. So, tonight we have the Minnesota Vikings going in up against the LA Rams. I'm going to be taking the LA Rams in this game simply because home field advantage, and I think they're the better team. Again, these reasons are going to be quick, if any. Next up, we have the New York Jets going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm giving this game hands down to the Jaguars just because Blake Bortles is a lot better than Sam Darnold. Next up, we have the Miami Dolphins going up against the New England Patriots. Patriots are 1-2, Dolphins are 3-0. Yeah, you heard me right. I want to give this one to the Patriots simply because of the fact that I feel like being at home is what they need. They haven't been at home in a couple weeks. And we all know that they're not the best on the road. And we also know that September is usually the roughest month for the Patriots. Luckily, this is the last Sunday of September. I am going to give this one to the Patriots, but by a very slim margin. Next up, we have the Philadelphia Eagles rolling into Tennessee to go up against the Titans. Both teams are 2-1. I am giving this one to a quite possibly rather rusty Carson Wentz. He hasn't played football in a while except for last week and practices a little bit before that. But I am going to give this one to Carson Wentz just because I feel like the Tennessee defense isn't all that, and the offense isn't going to get much done, especially with running Deion Lewis at running back. Next up, we have the Houston Texans, who sit at 0-3, going up against the Indianapolis Colts, who sit at 1-2. In division matchup. Upset alert! Upset alert! I am actually going to go with the Indianapolis Colts. In my opinion, that's an upset because I feel like Houston should be favored in this game. But I'm going to go with Indianapolis. Next up, we have the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills got lucky last week, in my opinion, and completely obliterated the Minnesota Vikings. I do not see that happening this week at Lambeau, and I'm giving this one to the Green Bay Packers, even if the Packers start Kaiser, with Rodgers still kind of favoring his injury. Next up, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going up against the Chicago Bears. In my opinion, Fitzmagic is gone. I feel like Jameis Winston is going to start this week. Khalil Mack has been absolutely obliterating every quarterback he faces. I'm giving this one to the Chicago Bears. Next up, we have the Cincinnati Bengals going up against the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. Bengals are 2-1, Falcons are 1-2. Atlanta is favored in this game. This is a true upset alert. I'm giving this one to the Cincinnati Bengals. Next up, we have the Seattle Seahawks going up against the 0-3 Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are finally changing quarterbacks. Finally. They finally came to the realization that they need to make changes at the helm. And they're starting at the number 1 position at quarterback. I completely agree. I'm still giving this game to the Seattle Seahawks. Next up, we have the 4 o'clock games actually started with the Seattle and Arizona game. But continuing with the 4 o'clock games, the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. Baker Mayfield is finally starting at QB, unless they decide to change their minds last minute. Derek Carr has been looking like absolute shit. The Oakland Raiders defense has been looking like absolute shit. Amari Cooper has been looking okay. Marshawn Lynch has been looking like hell. I'm giving this one hands down to the Cleveland Browns by at least 7 points. Next up, we have the New Orleans Saints at the New York Giants. The Giants got a win last week against Houston, not setting the bar very high. New Orleans Saints have been doing very well this season. Drew Brees almost looks like he's found a fountain of youth to an extent. I am going to be giving this game to the New Orleans Saints. I cannot talk because I'm trying to get through this fast. All right. The San Francisco 49ers against the LA Chargers. The 49ers have lost Jimmy Garoppolo for the season. Therefore, they're terrible once again, even though they're only 1-2 under Garoppolo. But I'm going to be giving this game to the Chargers. Sunday night, we have the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers got a win the Steelers did get a win last week. And I am torn. Okay. The Steelers got a win last week. Ravens have been looking good to start the season. I shouldn't say I was torn. I was more at a loss for words. I'm giving this one to the Ravens. I feel like the Steelers are still really shaky this year. And, yeah. Long story short, Ravens over Steelers. My mind is really frazzled. I'm sorry. I'm like rambling and all over the place. I'm really sorry. All right. Kansas City Chiefs and Pat Mahomes go up against the Denver Broncos. The Chiefs are 3-0. The Broncos are at 2-1. They're in Denver, in the Mile High. I'm giving this one to the Kansas City Chiefs. So, my picks go Rams, Jaguars, Patriots, Eagles, Colts, Packers, Lions, Bears, Bengals, Seahawks, Browns, Saints, Chargers, Ravens, and Chiefs. A lot of B's this week. Hoping to stay in first in the competition. I'm really sorry this was all over the place. It'll be back to normal next week. And yeah. Alright guys, that is going to be it for me. I'll be talking to you guys later. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell. Subscribe to the other guys as well. I'll more than likely put a link to their channels in the description or in the comments once this posts, because I really need to get this posted because I had to re-record this. The game started 2 minutes ago. But yeah. Anyway, that is going to be it for me, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace, I'm out.